Two lost souls. Rekindling. Alright, dude, you ready to smoke? You ready to inhale something?
I'm not. But like,
So give a little intro for the listeners about where you're at with your smoking career.
So, used to be a big smoker, big pothead. Gradually through the years, just slowly slowed down, wasn't smoking as much. Just would always go on breaks, feel better. And then it was like, even when I would like smoke and get back into it, there was always just this like internal voice that, where I knew I was like, I should slow down, I should stop. Like that kind of never went away. It was like just an internal subconscious thing where I was like, I kind of just got to listen to it. And I think that only mainly came just from when I'd be sober, feeling better. And then this year I've only smoked once.
With me, and that was in January.
In January.
So basically, you used to smoke all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time. For me, it's smoke every day. Just went to Peru for 10 days. Just like the longest break. Gotta be in like 5 years or something.
Really?
I can't think of another time.
And you feel good?
Feel great. I also like feel great when I'm smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, you know what I mean?
But you probably feel focused.
Yeah, I'm really like, I've been ridiculously locked in at home, dude. Like, I typically don't smoke. I typically work 10-hour shifts, go to the gym, and then like, I have like, get home, eat, shower. I get maybe like 3 hours to work on music before I got a clock if I want like a good 7 hours of sleep. So it's only in that 3-hour window that I'm smoking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
makes sense.
So I'm pretty like just dialed in. Of course there are days like weekends or I have days off and I might smoke a little. And it doesn't feel like slipping up though, because it's just like I'm locked in, I'm dialed. Maybe there's a little like lack of clarity on those days where I'm high all day, you know what I mean? But I wasn't like in Peru like, oh my God, I see everything clear. You know what I mean? I really almost
just a little bit of that.
Honestly, a lot less even than like when I was on the cruise. Like when I was on the cruise, I noticed like I like changes in my energy the most.
Your boy.
But specifically like almost like hyperactive, like almost like. But I feel more like homeostasis, like less jumps and like.
I know what you mean.
I think part of that might be like having a girl and just like more emotional regulation.
Yeah,
no fap, you know what I
sure.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just been dialed, bro. So, I mean, cheers, brother. Let's see what happens.
Cheers.
It's nice, dude. I'm just happy to be with you, bro. It's just really nice to fucking chill.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It feels good. Yeah, I'm always gonna enjoy like the idea of smoking and the feeling of it. For me, it's mainly just if I do get high, and when I do get high, just not letting it take me away.
Yeah, well, at least for me, from the outside looking in, it feels like it fucks up your flow state. So it just like it becomes more hassle than it's worth, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you get your little perspective change or whatever, but then for the next few days you're foggy or
100%.
Yeah,
and for me, it's like if I haven't smoked in a minute, if I smoke once, I'm usually alright, and I can get positives from it. But then if I were to like smoke once and then in a couple days smoke again, then it really brings me back.
It's almost about like doing it so little often enough that you really feel the difference.
Yeah.
And like when you smoke once, you can feel like Victor used to call it a ghost high. Like you could feel the trail of it a few days later, and knowing where you're at with that. Whereas like if you smoke again, then you're kind of like adding the regular high on top of the ghost high, and you're that dissonance starts coming in where you don't know what's sober and what's not. That's honestly how I feel about drinking, bro. Like I've just been drinking less than ever, and every time I drink, I have like a few sips, and I like really have no urge to keep doing it. I'm just
I know what you mean. Yeah, and that's mainly just like the relationship that you start building with it in your mind.
But it's also, bro, let me tell you this.
Because that goes for a lot of things.
But physically though, So you know about my CHS, right? About the episodes that I've had where I've... So, let me tell you, bro. Like, so you know how it works. It's always been random. I've been a smoker my whole life. It's always been...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
like,
gonna die.
It's always been like, I'll smoke 10 woods, I'll be fine, then I'll hit a wood the next day and I'll go into a coma. You know what I mean? Like, random. And then I'll be fine again. I'll start smoking and I'll be fine. I had, like, a little episode. It wasn't super bad. But a little episode a few months ago in Omaha. Leading up to this episode where I got really sick, there was no change in my smoking, but Henley was on tour with his band and he went to Omaha. So I was like, fucking Henley's on tour in my city. I got a free ticket to his show. I was like, fucking sick. So I went out, I ate a little shrooms, I watched the show, fucking insane. Like, I'm high on shrooms, Henley's rocking the drums, nuts. Have some drinks, go out with him afterwards, get basically sloshed, bro. Like, out of character for me, you know what I mean? But I'm out with Henley. Then of course it's 2 a.m. What do you think? We get fucking Sonic. You know what I mean? So I just do a number on my body that, like, and at home, bro, I'm locked in. Diet wise, sleep, wake, like same thing
great.
Every fucking day. And I had my little CHS episode that night when I got home from all the drinking and and what it felt like to me, Dylan, was like almost got like a little, like my tummy was feeling weird from the drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like triggered the CHS. And what I've found, dude, is that I've been, like I said, I've been more locked in than ever in terms of like what I'm putting into my body and like how, like my routine, like not just eating, like it's been the creatine, I'm finally like actually hitting like 180 grams protein plus every day, like making sure of it. Yeah.
180.
Yeah. I could tell you exactly what I'm doing too, but it's not only that, Dylan, it's this.
Bro, I need to cover my car. I have a leak.
Okay.
Car. I need to do it right now or I'm
Okay.
Sorry. I'll be right back. The realization.
I was like, I thought it was something worse based on your face. I need to go home. So, anyways, eating very healthy, but also, Dylan, eating at the same times every day, eating the same foods. Like, my body's locked into, like, a system, and I can feel it, right? And so, I guess what I'm getting at is never any problems with my CHS, like, happening less than ever until I got out of that system. And if you look online and you read the shit about CHS, because it's very, like, under-researched, it's, like, not diagnosed, like, doctors don't know about it. It says the only cure is to stop smoking. But obviously, I smoke all the time, and it only happens when I'm eating unhealthy, when I'm drinking, and it's basically gone, yes, this is my point, is that I'm perfectly fine. I have that night out with Henley, I drink, I eat the Sonic, I'm fucking, you know what I mean? I'm setting my tummy into fucking quantum mode. It only happens then. And basically what I'm saying is, like, where I'm at right now, I'm really not, because a lot of times I'd be like afraid when I'm smoking. Like, if I'd get a little weird feeling in my stomach, I'd be like afraid to smoke. Right now, bro, I'm afraid to drink. I'm like when I'm just smoking and eating really healthy, I feel so good. If I have even one drink and mix it with the weed, something goes on, dude, where it's the alcohol throws my body out of its regular function, and then when my body's out of its regular function, that's when the CHS from the weed comes in.
Yeah, it's susceptible. So, but that's just if you're smoking and drinking, because on the cruise you were drinking.
Yes, but also
and eating like shit.
But also, it's true.
Yeah.
But also, there's almost like when you start eating better, it's hard to go back because your body's not as used to eating like shit and not as used to drinking.
That's what I'm going through right now.
So, like, on the cruise, I wasn't as locked in, so that was almost just normal for me.
Yeah.
But
you've been consistent since then.
But I've been consistent, and the other thing is, like, I'm always smoking, so, like, even if I have a drink but I don't smoke that day, I just smoked yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, it still might do something.
Interesting.
So that's where I'm at, dude.
So it's my turn to put some input in. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was actually gonna say on the drinking topic, in Costa Rica and Italy, I drink more than ever. And
Okay.
I found myself, I even talked to my dad about this when I was, because he's just like a dad, he has a few drinks a week, but like, he can stop, and he has stopped, where like, he'll just randomly not drink for a while, but he tells me he always like, it always kind of crosses his mind, you know?
Mm.
But not like, oh, I need it. He's just like,
Do you want to hit this again?
yeah, I'll do it again. But I was telling him, I was like, I got a taste of how people can, I'm not gonna use the word alcoholics, but like,
Yeah.
people in the 20s will drink, have a drink. I get a taste of that because like there'd be nights when I'd be with my girl and we'd go home and watch a movie. And I'm like, we should get some wine tonight. And she's like, yeah, we just drank the other day. Like, we don't need to. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. We don't need to. And then there'd be like a part of me that was like,
But we should.
yeah. Or just like,
Yeah.
it sounds, how am I going to have fun without it? But then I'll be perfectly fine and normal. So it's not even like a thing. It's just having like something. Like, oh, watch a movie, have a drink, have a smoke.
It's seeing where it starts. Like,
Yeah.
it starts there, and then you keep doing it, and that voice becomes louder and louder.
Yeah, and it's just like,
You see where the inception of it begins.
like we go to nice beaches and I'm like, let's get fucked. Like, let's drink, you know? And it's fun and it's a vibe and like it's just like my instant reaction, like, wow, this is beautiful. I love it here. And I'm like, it'd be even more
Let's
fun.
add more on top of
Yeah,
this.
and it is great.
Let's double down.
And bro, I'd be like, I'll show you videos and shit. I'll try not to get off topic, but like,
No, bro, we're running free, brother.
you would be running free on the fucking ATV, blasted,
Oh, that's
drunk,
fun.
and I'm just like, bro, I'll just tell you one story. One of the nights,
Dude, that's so fun.
dude, and like, it sounds stupid, but I'm locked in. Like, when I'm not hammered,
No, bro,
but
I know
I'm like
you.
drunk and deep,
Yeah.
and it's to the point where I'm like a robot.
Yeah.
I'm like a locked in robot.
You're like a Navy SEAL.
Yeah, like I just get into this
You're carrying
mode where
the
I'm
boats.
like,
Who's gonna
it's
carry
just
the boats?
this focus plus the drunk relaxation, you know?
Yeah. Plus, like,
I'm good for now.
I almost feel like the athlete in
The
me-
confidence.
Yes,
The confidence comes
like
out.
the-
'Cause
but
you
it's
know
not
the
just
drunk
confidence, like
yeah.
the competitiveness, like
Yeah.
I just imagine you on the ATV, like, oh, I'm gonna whip this. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't
Like,
whip it. Like, I go fast, but the first time we drove it, I tried to whip it. This was like last August.
see, I'm right because the first time you
Immediately,
drove it, you
the
tried
first time I'm like, yeah, like I just got ahead of myself. I'm like, and I almost flipped it.
it. Oh my
And I
God.
stopped and I looked back at her and I was like, I'll never do that again, don't worry. And then I made a joke, it was bad, and I made a joke out of it, and I'm
Dude,
like,
you're
look,
so
like,
funny.
that was bad, that was scary, but I was like, I needed that. I needed a lesson to where I'm like, now I know, no
You're so
matter what,
funny, dude.
there's mud, anything, I'm like, now I know, like, I don't give a shit what it is. I'm not turning and breaking
It's
whatever
like the same
fuck I
thing
tried
when you
to do.
snowboarding and breaking your shoulder. It's like everything you push and you find the line. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
where
like,
it is.
Okay, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again. I'm not like I'll never make that mistake again. And that's why when I was snowboarding, I was just like, I'm gonna go slower, hit the off pass, hit
Yes.
some little jumps. I'm like, I'm never gonna be a speed demon again on a snowboard. Speed kills. I could fall and eat shit on like a little rail, but
Yeah.
bro. As soon as you go fast down a hill, like, fuck. But there was one night we had a fight about something stupid, and we're in this town, and I had to get us back. And there was like this shortcut where you basically go through like the mountains on this path to get back to her house instead of going a long way. And I looked it up, it said the directions, and like I'm not from Costa Rica, so my Apple Maps is different to like hers. It just like finds the first route it can, like it's very efficient, but like computers make mistakes.
Yeah.
So it's not the normal path that we've taken, and we take this path, and like 5 minutes into it, we take this different kind of turn, and she's like, we're so pissed at each other, we're not talking, and I'm drunk, and I'm just like in that mode where I'm just on the move, bro, locked in, focused, and I'm also like a little pissed, so I'm like, I'm gonna get us
Yeah.
home, you know? And then we take this turn, and she's like, this isn't the right way. And I'm like, just being stubborn and mad that I am. I'm like, it is, look, you know? So we keep going. Not even just like considering what she's saying. I'm just
Yeah.
like, look. So then we're going, and then like, you know, I don't fucking live there, but I remember it did cross my mind immediately. I'm like, yeah, this does look a little different. 5 minutes later, I'm like, okay, this is a different path. But I just kept following. I'm like, it says 27 minutes or whatever. Like, and now she's, again, this isn't the right way. I don't know where we're going. I was like, but it says we'll be fine. And then like, another 5-10 minutes goes by, and it goes from like this dirt road into like this small fucking path that like only You know what I'm saying? And then we're going up and down the mountain, and we go down this thing, and the trees are low. And she's a little drunk too, and she just goes, like, even though she's pissed at me, she knows, like, I'm supposed to protect us, keep us. I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't like this. I'm scared. And keep in mind, it's dark. You know, we're in the middle of nowhere, bro, in Costa Rica, through these fucking trees down this path.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
And I'm like, all right, well, let me just keep going for a while, and if I gotta turn around, I will.
Okay.
You know, but I kept trusting it, and then it got dicey in the middle to where, bro, it was super bumpy, crazy, and I'm just like, I'm running low on gas. And then it got to the point where I was driving for so long, and the minutes weren't going down. That was the other problem. It says 27 minutes, but then I'm driving for 5-10 minutes, and it says 20, and then it says 25. And I'm like, that's shitty. So I drive for 15 minutes, and it's went down 5 minutes. Not only am I concerned, my phone's on 7, now I'm like, worried. And we've been watching a lot of scary movies and shit. In the back of my head, I'm like, bro, this is like a fucking horror movie.
Yeah,
I've been driving for 2 days,
up.
and it still says
been turned around.
Yeah,
like 5.
but it was narrow, and but I'm too deep to where I'm like, look, I don't have that much gas, and I'm like, if I gotta go the other way, I could run out of gas. So I just had faith in my path, and I'm like, we're gonna just go, and I just stayed positive, and then we reached like a river, bro, and there was like a fucking river, and I thought we were fucked. This is when I was like, damn, we're fucked. And I get off the thing, and I'm like, hold on. I walk across to the side of the river, it's pitch black, and then I see a little path. I take it, and then as soon as we get across there, we see like the first house. And as soon as I saw like a house, this is in the jungle, it's like a jungle, man. I'm like, okay, now I feel better. Because we can't get lost, because I saw a house.
Okay.
We make it out of there.
Civilization.
See the houses, then we're back on the main road. And it was just crazy, bro, because in the middle, I'm like, I'm drunk as fuck, I'm in the jungle.
And it ended up being fine. You ended up getting
I gotta lock in and take us here, and I did. But yeah.
And the Apple Maps path ended up being right. Like you.
It was like a side route. Like instead of taking like the main dirt road, which is already rural.
Dude, you have
like
sketched like you had to turn around. Like
take
there's no other option.
Take this Ural one. I did, but I'm also just like, all I know is like this path is looking sketchy, but I've kept driving. Keep driving. I'm thinking like worst case scenario. I'm like, if I gotta fight some shit off, somebody like. I just had faith in it but I was also a little drunk, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep going. And there was no point where I was like, we can't get by here. I just kept driving until I couldn't drive, and I never reached that spot. I came to a river, and I'm like, fuck, this is where we should go.
That's sick though, but it also must have felt sick when you like pulled the rabbit out of the hat and like got there. Like,
yeah, I'd say the most concerning part is the minutes not going down.
Yeah, dude, I would have like turned around because I would have been like, the worst case scenario is me breaking down as far away as possible from where the fuck I know where I'm at.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, God, it was wild. And keep in mind, I'm renting this ATV.
I think in general, though, dude, you've done a really incredible job of, like, putting yourself in scary situations, like, in the face of them being scary. I think even being out there in Costa Rica for that long is like an intense thing.
Yeah, it is. But this is like my fourth time back.
I know, but that's also, there's a level of you that's like, of course you want to do this and that's why you're doing it, but there's also people walk around kind of like victim to what they're nervous of and what they're afraid of, and let that prolong a decision or let that, you know what I mean, affect it. And you've done a good job of like going face forward and navigating it. I'm like, I don't think I'm as good as you at that in terms
navigating. Be specific with the first part again.
Navigating. How do I explain this? So basically, I think a lot of the things that are really good in life and that are like the best things are also like sometimes some of the scariest. And there's a big tendency for like settling for the next best option. And even like this relationship that I'm in and falling in love with Emily, there's a lot of like, that's an obvious one, love, which is like something that's really great, but something that's also like scary. And that I also have the tendency to like, man, fuck this. Like if the feelings get too intense or like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a voice that I have to have in my head that's like, no, dude, figure this out. Like with this woman, like, with this, or even something like, you're going to Costa Rica all the time. I'm going to Cali to live with Emily at the end of this year, beginning of next year.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like, I've had like, bro, I was like waking up and like working 50-hour weeks and then thinking about this shit, like moving to California and what that looks like financially. And I was like, I just like started door dashing like on top of it, like in like a multiple day long panic attack, in the sense of like just almost like working from the moment I woke up to the moment I fell asleep, just like compulsively, like out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And I know what I went like super broad and super meta on the situation, but what I'm saying is like you do a good job of like I know that I have to move, and I think I'm doing a good job too. I think I'm making the right decision by moving.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of mental gymnastics to like get me to follow the path of like what's true to me, and not just like sit back and like stay complacent in this boring place because it's easier.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd say that makes sense, but it's like I'd say moving is a lot different than visiting, because like I know I'm coming back, and I've done it a few times. Like,
but also you're visiting knowing that the more you create a relationship with this girl, the more responsibility you're accepting. Of like, there might be a reality where I have to move here or move her where I'm at.
True.
Like, you're engaging with those possibilities.
I think
confidently,
Yeah.
Like not fearfully. You're not like, oh shit, this is getting really serious and I'm scared of that. Like,
it's definitely in my mind.
It's there, but but this is my compliment is you're doing a good job of like, no, I'm still going to do that even though that feeling's there and not being ruled by that. And that's been the story of my life these past couple months is like big changes, bro. Just like
I know what you
everything mean. And me being like, okay, I think the smartest option is the biggest risk.
Yeah.
Like, I think, does that make sense? Like, I think the smartest and the thing that like, oh, this is the thing that seems like it's going to work and that like my mind is going towards and that my passion, and it's also the scariest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll just say like for me, this specific situation, the only thing that kind of keeps me afloat and just keeps me going back and trying and putting in the effort with her and just doing it anyway and not letting go is just the love I have for her. So when I'm there, all I'm like, look, like,
bro,
there's things that I get from this relationship and with her that I feel that I just feel so pure and nice to me, and I care about this person so much that I'm like, I'm gonna follow this in my heart because I want to.
Bro,
That's
it's so incredible.
And then there's other benefits of.
Dude, it's not just other benefits, it's everything benefits.
Wow, you moved the chair? Damn. You haven't got reprimanded for that yet?
Sorry, we're actually doing a podcast.
We were so locked in, bro. Like, so incredibly locked in. And
nobody gave me the memo, and that's what happens every fucking time.
Yeah,
I don't get the memo, and then somebody wants to say something. Well, hey.
You're right. I should have told you and asked you not to interrupt.
Dave.
Especially.
But I also expected better of you.
Really? Well, give me a memo, bitch. Okay.
Oh, man. Dude.
Remember, excuse me, I'm walking here. That means I'm talking. When
Okay.
I say I'm walking here, it means I'm
We're talking about
Hey,
love.
I'm walking here.
We're talking about falling in love with our girlfriends.
Okay, well, I can help you with that in a minute, but back to you, okay? Then I'll get back to me. Just give me a memo, man. That's what the chalkboard's
Okay, I'll
for.
give you a memo. We
And
got
then
that
if you
covered.
don't,
Write it down.
I don't have to write it down, man. I got
Yeah.
sticky notes everywhere. I never can find them. But, okay, you guys, don't trip on this. Now, this is how I've been practicing my pool.
What are you talking about?
You play pool?
Well,
Have you got a pool
legal.
table here?
Not yet, but we
okay.
got balls. If we
Well, we got balls, Rhonda.
I got balls, too. This is the perfect one to practice, but sometimes I forget and I leave them out. And I'll have to have you sign the liability.
Yeah.
That's why I came out here.
Okay.
Or, hey, slip and fall, I'll collect. Anyway, I just wanted to, come out and look at the rainbow. Don't mind me. But I wander around.
I'm with you. I got you.
Okay, remember little Pusser? I named her?
Yeah.
I mean, a.k.a.
It's a cat.
Zor.
Yeah.
The stray cat. Okay, look at. She now lets me pet her.
Okay.
Tuna. And your dad got on me because I'm going to open some tuna and just say it's not the kind I like to get her because I have the low mercury. If it comes up missing, that's what I came out to tell you. You ate it. The one in the foil pack. Got it?
Yeah.
Repeat it. Are we crystal clear?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna get fucking blamed for feeding Pusser.
It's okay.
You're gonna be good.
Alright. Oh, back to you, Mom.
Too high for that. I got nothing to say at all.
No,
Zero
you do the right.
things
You
to
just
say.
gotta affirm until she leaves.
But usually I'm like inside I can just talk and be funny, and now I'm just like
All of
can't
it,
say
bro.
anything.
It's so funny. I have to like. It really annoys me, and I have to like turn it into humor to not like let it become anger.
Yeah.
Does that make
I
sense?
know what
Like,
you mean. Yeah.
I have to just fucking laugh at it.
Just being genuine.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
We're talking about how love. I think like they're the same thing almost, Dylan, in the sense of like you're talking about how much you love this person and how different it feels. That's also like the more love, the scarier it is in the sense. Like almost the more the good, the bad. And dude, I just like it's very interesting. I have this with a few other friends, and we've talked about this before in different ways. But how a lot of like what we're feeling emotionally at specific moments in time seems to parallel even when we're not in communication.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I have this with like artist friends of mine.
I think we're just very in tune with our thoughts and our mind, and we're
but there's an interconnectivity of our arcs
yeah.
and our specific like it happened at kind of different times and like in different ways, but like somehow we're both going through this crazy journey of like loving someone for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
And like having that rearrange our whole life and having that person be really far away and having to learn what's important to us and that feels like more than just a coincidence when it's happening all the time. These crazy life journeys that we're on that like are just back to back. And what makes me note, and this is a lot of my friends are like people that I feel especially connected with, and it happens with a lot of my friends, like people that I make music with. It's interesting how a lot of times I'm like making different genres and like trying different practices of music, but somehow we always align in some way. I just think of one guy in particular that like stops doing this whole type of music altogether that like we were doing together, and then I start doing a different type of music, and that's what he picks up too. It's just like perfect every single time. Like it's happened like every time. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm basically saying I feel you, like with the love shit, like bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's,
I feel you.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. There's obviously things that I'm like, what should I be doing here, and boom, boom, boom. But at the same time, it's like I'm young still, and I'm like, what's life really about? And I just know I enjoyed being with her, being with this person, and it's rare when you find someone that you love and you feel, and most more importantly, her love that she has for me, and the care that she shows, and she just makes me feel like I'm special. You know what I mean? And it's like different. It's on like you know how it is. And then when you go with someone for a while, you're connected.
Bro, it genuinely feels like spiritual.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's hard to explain, but it defies a lot of logic, if that makes sense. Like a lot of like, this is what I should be thinking about right now, but it's not. And it's like, this is what would normally happen when these, but it's not. Like I'm worried about this chick. You know what I mean? It's like something, and like, that's what we're talking about, like with the fear shit and with the, bro, it's, at least for me, it's been like a daily, like, battle of like, how like this thing just came into my life. I'm like, how do I deal with this? Like, how do I like cultivate this in a healthy way?
Yeah. In a healthy way.
And for me, it was really unexpected, Dylan. Like, I'm just basically out having casual sex, and then this chick that's not even in the same state, I like.
Well, if you can get specific,
feel connected to in some way.
When you say cultivate this in a healthy way, do you mean because like your thoughts about her are taking over and affecting your daily life?
Bro, Are
That's
you
what you
kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
especially with long distance, it's like,
So what level where you keep
bro,
wanting
to
text
where
her?
I'm genuinely insane. To where if she doesn't text me for 2 hours, I catch myself like making up the craziest scenarios
Okay, hold on.
in the whole entire
Pause
world,
this.
and it's all me.
Pause
and she
this.
could just be asleep still,
This is good.
and I'm like, oh, I thought that I was okay, but as soon as someone loves me, I realize I'm insane, dude.
Yeah.
And I have
So how long have you known her? You just met her, right?
Since like February.
Okay, so it's funny because before February when we were chilling and I'd be with you and I'd be on my phone all the time and you'd be telling me, you're like,
Yeah.
"Wow, you gotta chill, boom, boom, boom," and then we'd be at the pickleball court and I didn't get a
I
text.
still kind of feel that way, but I understand more now.
Yeah, now you get a taste of it because I'm like, and it I think it kind of happens so small, but it's like how you deal with it and how obsessive you are with certain shit.
But the
Will
point
lead
being is
through.
like it happens to us all in different ways though. Like it highlights individually
Yeah, that's what I mean.
our own insecurities
yeah.
and it's like
And then you gotta move forward and lean to deal with them. So like what I was gonna tell you is I still have a lot of that now, but then a few things happen where if you're with her for a while, like I've been now like a year, and I've spent a lot of days with her and months,
Yeah.
especially right now. My security is much deeper. Where I'm like, look, like I'm doing well, I'm doing good.
you get stronger. That takes
I'm
work.
loyal. So I'm just expecting and just knowing that from
Yeah.
her now. And if someday that's not the truth, I'll find out and it'll come to light. But obsessing over it and like worrying about it.
Okay, but let me go even
I
like
gotta-
bird's eye
I
view.
kind of stopped.
Going bird's eye view on what you're saying, even the implication that the thing that you would be worried about is like lack of loyalty. Like I'll give you an example. My girlfriend, based on specific trauma that she's had in her life recently, is far more afraid of like me getting sick or me dying.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about how you've been able to get better with your specific insecurity, but the insecurities for everyone, and mine are very similar, like loyalty and trust, and like a lot of it is about like financial too, and like my worth as a person, and people trying to take advantage of that, and like things outside of like sex, but definitely like sex is there, and like physical insecurity, like being cheated on or something like that. But it's the point being is like that's just one obsession and one problem, but I find that every problem I have in my life is there's a magnifying glass on because of love. Like that comes in and it just and what I was talking about, like you asked about when I said cultivating it, it's like what I mean is like engaging with it in a way where I'm not just trying to take all the positive of it and like ignore all the fucking magnifying glass on all my problems. That's how it falls apart, even in its presence. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like fix this shit as I see it, and it's like insane, bro. It's like Sisyphus type shit.
All I can say is it'll come because regardless of the situation, is like early on when I was dealing with the long distance, that was a huge adjustment, big adjustment, and like it. Every month it's gotten better, and now I'm kind of to the point where like I'm used to this. Multiple things. I'm used to traveling over there. I'm not used to the distance. It's always difficult, but it gets harder too because now it's like I'm constantly just like looking forward to the next time I can see her, and then at the same time it's like time feels longer. It's just tricky, bro. Like long distance is hard in that sense where I'm not gonna see her now for like a month and a half, and like. It's sad and it's difficult to be without her. You know what I mean?
I feel like torn, like my soul. Bro.
Yeah, torn. But then there's like parts of me that likes being with my friends and this kind of shit. But it's just tough. It's like this tough thing to juggle.
It's an imbalance.
Because I can go like a week or two. That feels healthy and good, and it's good to miss your person. It's good to miss them and see them. But then as soon as you go like a month or two...
But it's also good to fucking see them.
I know, but I'm saying like I just spent 3 months with her.
Yeah,
so
I'm
now
on the
it's been
opposite.
like a week and a week
I've been
and a
like
half.
a month without mine. I'm dying.
And I feel... It's been a month and a half. Or no, what am I saying?
A week and a half.
It's been a week and a half. I just got so off track for a moment. It's been a week and a half. What do I feel? And I feel now like I'm reflecting on the trip And like I miss her, and I'm not gonna say I appreciate her more because of course I appreciate her when you're with
No.
someone every single day.
I know what you mean, bro.
But then as soon as you get some distance, you know, I'm just
Bro,
going on
there's
record
definitely
with this,
like
yeah.
alone time is a necessity.
Yeah, and then it's like 4 or
Alone
5
time is
days
a
goes by, and
necessity.
I'm like, I'm ready to see my girl. Like that's how I feel. I was like, I feel a little rejuvenated and good. But then it's like time goes by, and you're like, fuck, now it's just too long. So, but yeah, you'll definitely get better at it, bro. As the months go on, it like there's parts that become easier, like the shit that you were talking about. But yeah, I think it just comes down to like following your heart and just
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying when I say it feels spiritual.
yeah.
Anything that you could say about it is like woo woo. Like it defies logic. There's no like math on it. There's just like the answer is that you know the answer. The answer is follow your intuition, follow your heart. You know what I mean? It's very
Yeah.
it's love is a faith-based practice.
100%.
As is religion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
gotta believe
So
in
it's
it.
very reminiscent of, and believing it is part of what makes it real, and like,
Literally.
and brings it to life. You know what I mean? Like the whole entire theme of me and Emily's like progress of our relationship has been like being like, I think we could do this in the face of like, there's no way should work. You know what I mean? Like it's all been faith based,
That's what I did.
spiritual. It's like that's religion, brother. That's a religious practice essentially. It's like the theme.
Yeah.
It's like
And when-
operating with a view of faith. Like
When I met my girl, it started as just like, I'm gonna come back and see you. Like I gotta come back and just chill. Like it was kind of like this one-off thing. I was like, I'll come back. Like because we had 5 days together, and
Yeah.
and by like the second or third day, I just met this person, and
Yeah.
like we both just looked at each other like, fuck, you know. Or we're kind of like, you feel that too, and it just immediately. It wasn't like this is I like her. It was just like second, third day, clicked. And it was not even like a conversation or anything. It was just like a feeling
yes,
that we just had. And I'm just like, I've never felt this shit before.
defying logic.
And then it started with that, and we kind of just never stopped texting. I would like text it in the beginning where I'm like, let me text her less and see if she puts in the effort. Because I didn't want to be the only one keeping it alive. And then I'd pull back, and every time she'd be there, you know? And it
Yeah,
was just like this mutual thing. I went back in August for 2 weeks. Fell deeper in love. Originally, we were like, when I leave, should we just like cut this off? Because like,
yeah, almost like is this really what I think it is? And then like going in and being like, oh
yeah.
fuck,
And
it
there was a
is.
conversation. We were crying about it, and I was like, or we can just keep trying. I was like, and by the end of it, she's like, I want to keep trying. I came back in October for a month, and then it's just slowly progressed. I came in January for 2 weeks.
That's so awesome, dude.
You know, and it's like, it is what it is now. And to spend months with her, there was some struggles, but it's gotten to the point where we're like, like so comfortable with each other. And that's when it becomes beautiful, because it's like, we're so comfortable around each other that it's just like, no, it's like, you are my person. There's no doubts. There's nothing in my mind. There's no like, I gotta be a certain way with her. It's just, I can just be me, completely myself, do stupid shit. And then just like, you know what I mean?
I do, bro.
And I
I'm
never
getting
felt
there.
that before. Yeah, and it's gonna progress, bro. Big time. I've been with my
It's-
girl
yeah.
for 13 months now.
Fuck, dude.
You know? She's watched me change. It's been good. It's but yeah, for me, I see a future with her. She sees a future with me, and I'm just gonna go with it until
Same.
a day comes where
I'm with you, bro.
if we get to the crossroad where we can't work for some reason, I'm still going to try to figure it out. And then worst case scenario, if it didn't, I don't want that to be horrible, but I would just accept that that's how it's supposed to be. And I'll take lessons from it. But I'm not even thinking about that until
I'm not
there.
either, bro.
Yeah.
I'm pretty locked in. I'm
Mhm.
pretty dead set. I'm making a lot of decisions that are based on this working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But that's the thing in life, whether it's moving or trying something with someone, taking a risk. If it
yeah,
doesn't work out, you could say, well, at least I tried and I found out.
yeah,
And then you could always just take another path. And I think the wrong decision sometimes is better than no decision.
yeah, dude. I mean,
you know?
I'm here. Like, I'm for it. I'm doing it. I feel scared and nervous all the time, though.
Yeah.
I'm very like,
And you're nervous to see her.
I'm nervous
When
to
was
see
the last
her,
time you saw her?
bro. Like,
Online?
I got back from California like
June something.
Yeah, in the middle of June or something.
Oh, and you're seeing her tomorrow?
Yeah.
So not even what is?
Like
so a month?
Like a month.
A
month and a week.
And how many days total have you spent with her, like in person?
Not that much.
How many?
Maybe like 2 weeks.
Okay. But you talked a lot before.
We've talked every day since
before.
Or
no?
Since the first day we talked. We've talked every day.
But you met her in person?
Online.
Online. That's what I mean. And how long did you talk before you chilled with her?
Maybe like a month.
So that's good.
Maybe like 2 months.
So like mine's a little different, but
months.
yeah, the first time after. So you did 2 weeks, which is solid, and I did like 5 days. So the first time I went back.
But no, 2 weeks was 2 separate times. She came for like a weekend. She came for like a weekend.
Where?
To Nebraska.
Oh.
And that was really like, fuck, dude. This is what I think. Like, and then I went to California for 2 weeks, and I spent maybe 10, 11 days out of the 2 weeks I was there with her.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a month and a half later.
But I'd say I just remember the first time I went back, I felt so nervous, bro. And like, you got to keep in mind, I had never flown anywhere alone in my life. I'd flown with my friends.
She's coming here this time, which is, she's nervous too.
Yeah, but at least for you, it's like you're here. This is your environment. Imagine for her,
yeah,
bro. And I'll just quickly touch on this. Like for me, and this goes back to what we said earlier about taking risks and doing things and navigating. The first time I went back to Costa Rica, the first time I was there with my family, the first time I went back, I'm like, bro, I'm just going back. I'm doing what I said I'd do. I'm coming back to see this girl that I was with for 5 days that I've talked to for 2-3 months now. And it was like, I'd flown with my friends before to Colorado. I'd done trips alone with my friends, but I'd never been literally just alone. And I took this flight. I'm just going to fucking Costa Rica.
This is my compliment earlier, dude.
But that was my first one.
You did it anyway. That's what I was saying. You do a good job of is like, isn't that interesting though? How you have this voice in your head that's like, don't do this, don't do this. But there's also this other voice that's like, no, don't listen to that one.
Well, you know what it is with this one, what kept me
anyway.
afloat, and I want to say this because it's like literally on the plane where I'm like, this is fucking crazy. What am I doing? But then there's like the other voice.
I had a similar moment, bro.
But where I'm like, this is an adventure. Girl, dude. This is an adventure, and I was like,
yeah.
You know what? This is what life's about. And then there was this freedom to it where I'm like, bro, I'm just, if I get into trouble and I'm there and all that shit, I'm just me on this journey, and then I just had to just anchor down where I'm like, look, I can't go into this trip feeling nervous and boom, boom, boom. I was like, I got to make the absolute best of this. And I remember being on the little plane, going there, and thinking to myself, before, like, I just had to lock in, and I was like, you know what? On this trip, I'm gonna make it an effort to just be as positive and in the moment and appreciative as possible. It's like, look what I'm fucking doing. I'm on a fucking mini plane going to Costa Rica to see some beautiful girl I met. So I was just like, this is awesome. And it was like just a life experience where I'm like, I felt, and it was just me. I wasn't with my family.
I don't have that same skill that you do, where I can like,
talk
myself.
What I was doing in that exact moment. You probably could have.
Like you do a very good job of like talking yourself into your mindset. Like, sometimes. Yeah, I feel a victim of my mindset where like, if I'm feeling anxious in that moment, I'm feeling anxious. It's hard for me to talk myself out of it. If I'm feeling excited in that moment, I'm feeling excited too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
damn, you made me think of something, bro. You know what I think I gotta touch on, or I gotta tap into, is I think, bro, it's like so clear right now because I smoke and I'm like in deep thought. I think when adversity comes my way, I'm like, not everything, but I just mean with shit like this, I'm kind of like surprised myself, and it forces me to lock in where I'm like, look, I'm going to fucking play, and it forces me, and I'm like, now's the time, versus when there's like a little bit of adversity, not enough adversity.
Yeah.
I lock in, but then my thoughts can fuck me, and I'm like overthinking, and I'm like, oh, I'm not fully locked in, but then when you're like going into like a dangerous situation, take that however you want, or an unfamiliar one, I'm kind of just like, bro, I got no choice. Like, I got to just do this. That's kind of weird headache.
It's,
you know?
Dude.
It's crazy.
And oftentimes the adversity becomes self-inflicted because you realize you're operating at your best when you have a certain amount. So when you feel it dip, you're like, wait, I got to add more. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like this internal,
I definitely don't
intuitive.
have enough at all.
Huh?
I don't have enough adversity at all in my life.
Really?
No, not at all.
You gotta
I can
sell-
say that as open as possible.
But that's the risk. Then that what you're implying is like with all the risks that you're taking and like adventures is like you need to.
They don't feel like it anymore.
Then you got to lock back in. You got to because that's what I'm saying is like you have
What I
that
did was a
internal
new
meter.
thing where I was
Yeah, but that internal meter
like, I
is
haven't
like
had enough of that.
is like as the thing becomes something that doesn't feel like as much of a risk. The same way the feeling goes up of like fuck, there's more risks that I need to take. You know what I mean? It's like that, like to regain balance.
And then I just quickly wanted to say, so I went there, and then that trip I had with her for 13 days last August, the first one going back.
Okay.
I felt so good, bro. I felt so good, and I was in the moment. I was happy, and it turned out to be great. And then she, on like the 4th or 5th day, so obviously she was getting to know me, but she's like, yeah, you seem different this time. I'm like, what do you mean?
Interesting.
And she's like, you just feel like,
More yourself.
yeah, she's like, you're just being yourself. It doesn't feel like you're trying to be a certain way around me, you know? But I think that's normal when you meet a girl the first few days. You kind of...
Dude, that for me goes beyond women.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah,
that with
100%.
anyone that I meet. I'm like, I don't know this guy. Like, let me see what's up with him before I like give him any idea of what I got going on.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying when you meet women, it's like
Yeah.
kind of like I gotta be my best self. You know, but I was still on vacation. Most of the time.
I don't exactly agree with the wording. I think
Yeah.
be more yourself, but I don't know if the original version is the best version. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no, but that's what I mean. I'm like trying. I'm like but when I'm just relaxed and I'm super comfortable with who I am and like I don't really care, then the true
That's
me
the
comes
actual-
out. So then
yeah.
when I was there, exactly. So when I was there, I just know I felt really good, and I talked about this to you before.
yeah,
Where I'm like, bro, there's times in my life, periods, days, hours, where zero negative thoughts cross my mind.
it's locked in.
No,
would you
but like,
would you describe that as
actually
just mindful? Like,
floating.
what is the flowy? Like, okay,
Floating.
flow state.
floating.
This is,
Bro, just not even, but it just
Bro,
feels like I'm so light.
you know,
And I'm
I
like,
have to fucking like get on your ass, bro. You have to be fucking doing something with it. This is what I keep, and bro, I think when you said you lack adversity, I think specifically in this realm, you need to like challenge your expression. Like when you're in those flow states mentally, you need to be like, sales is cool to get in a flow state in, but that's
Yeah.
not art, bro.
No.
That's not like using your powers for good. That's using your powers for money. That's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
I
Career
know.
success and like the success of fulfilling the expression in your soul are two different things. And it's something that you keep saying you know you need to do, but you don't do. And it's like you're an artist, dude. Like that's what it's like. But when I see Messi out there in the World Cup, and just I know, but you know what I'm saying? Like whoever.
yeah.
And like when you see great people doing great things, even if it's not like a painting or making a song, when I see motherfuckers in flow state, like accessing, like Tom Brady throwing the ball in a way that like humans shouldn't be, and just locking in on this specific, it's like that's art, bro.
Yeah.
That's like something that transcends. That's something when you put your eyes on it, there's beauty. Like it makes you
Yeah.
feel a certain type of way. It helps people's
Yeah, it's
souls. It's
nuts.
and like having that feeling is one thing, and that but like having a channel through which you express it, and like whether it's when we hit a flow state in pickleball, but like choosing one thing long enough to like apply the flow state in every time. There's something about it that's just like there's a whole world there, dude.
It really is.
With a whole world of adversity of what you're talking about, of like
It's crazy.
something
Imagine
for your
being
soul.
like a fighter.
Bro, imagine coming home from working a 10-hour shift every day and not feeling like going to the computer and making music for hours is a chore. And like having something that's so engaging that
Yeah.
you do it all the time, every free moment of time that you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
obviously there's discipline involved, but if it was not something that was like me trying to enter that flow state and like
Yeah.
me like having fun playing with that and like seeing what I can do with it, there's no way I'd get myself back to that computer every single day and put in as many hours
Because
as
it's
I
wouldn't be
do.
as fulfilling. It's and yeah, no, exactly, and it's a crazy feeling. And just to like finish off, like I was there, and as soon as she had said that, you yourself, it's like I was saying, I know how I feel, how I was feeling in that moment, and I felt so good. And then when she had said that, and she was just like, as soon as the words came out of my mouth, she's like, I don't know, you seem different. And in my head, I'm like, I feel fucking different, but in like a good way. And then the light bulb went off, and it connected, and I was like, and like we talked about before. When
Do you feel like you were accessing that 5 days straight, no interruptions?
that was the first time I came back for 13 days.
I know. You're saying, but for the first 5 days or whatever, you were acting like that. She said you were different. Those 5 days, do you think that your flow state was uninterrupted, or do you just feel like you kept bringing yourself back to it with ease?
No, I didn't even have to, because
it was uninterrupted.
It was such a new life experience and excitement, and I just felt so like life just felt so exciting, where I'm like, bro, look where I am, to where every day I was just kind of an adventure and unknown. I'm just like, well, let's fucking go out and do this. And then she told me that, and I was like, but this, I think it was mainly the first time I traveled alone and went and done something. It was just like, wow, I needed this, you know? And then she told me that, and I was like, wow. And then, yeah, like I said, bro, just like a lot of just positive thoughts, not a lot of negative at all. And I just felt so light and floating. And then the next time I came back to travel there, to be there for a month, it was like that. And then it kind of went to baseline, which is normal, because it's not as new anymore, and it's not as challenging, and it's just this thing. And then when I was there, as soon as I got off the plane and the taxi picked me up and went into town, and I had to get some money from the ATM, I wasn't even thinking about it. I just stepped out, and as soon as I was in the town, I felt so like relaxed and not worried, and just like owning the spot, while I was like, nobody exists but me. Whereas like the first time I got there, I'm like sketched out, I'm in the street, I felt out of place, I'm fucking nervous. Bro, this time was crazy. I was like, bro, I feel like I'm like at home. And I was like, it was like my second time here. You know what I mean?
It's a mindset.
Yeah, it's a mindset, and I just felt good, and it was just like, but, you know, now being there with her for 3 months, it just kind of felt like normal life, but healthy habits. And honestly, I'll touch on this, like my mind, I had a lot of battles the last 2-3 months with my mind and overthinking. And it was like a constant thing.
Do you think part of that is because you were with her, and that work of being in a relationship is like there in front of you every single day?
But I just, my mind felt, and maybe I wasn't as productive as I should have been. That's what it is.
It's
and
the two different modes, bro. It's like, I'm entering chill mode now, versus like,
that's what I mean. And
it being a lifestyle.
And I'm like realizing as I sit here, honestly, it's like confirming it. Where I'm like, if I'm not as productive, my mind it's not as busy, it's not as stimulated, so it just starts finding shit in my own head to just like pick apart and fuck me. It's like, all right, well, you're not using us, so we're gonna fucking ruin you. You know?
And okay,
isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna go full circle now.
It starts working against me.
So the thing you mentioned earlier, sometimes it's better to make the wrong decision than no decision.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think is like, just start doing something. And even if it's not the thing, at least it's something. You know what I mean? And like, whether it's fucking like a video or...
I need more people around me, bro. I'm home alone, and it's like, I wish I just had like a solid group of homies around that were also doing stuff to where I could, you know?
But then, like, make it a solo craft. Like, there's a thing like skateboarding that's like, you could just go outside and skate. Like, it doesn't have to be... I'm not... Yeah. But I'm saying as an example of, like, you don't need a group of people to, like, have a craft that, like, anytime, anywhere, you could focus on getting better. Like, and bro...
And that stuff's
And bro, good. Look, I'll tell you this. If you can't fucking pick one, then write. Like, like, the most basic form of creative expression is, like, sitting down and writing down your fucking thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, prompting yourself and writing a fucking essay and practice, like, using your words and engaging with your thoughts and, like, that in and of itself is a timeless practice. Like, there are books that are being read hundreds of years later, that Freud
And that
books that
stuff
I
will
still
do-
can't fucking figure out 5 pages into the
Yeah.
book. Like, or that'll lead you in another. Like me, I make music, and like there's a lot of writing involved, but there's also another aspect that it could lead you somewhere else other than writing. People write movies. People write YouTube videos. Like, writing gives people ideas, and most
Yeah.
ideas are written out before
Yeah.
they. So, if you don't know what the idea is, then just start fucking writing, because it's probably going to involve writing.
I guess that's true.
And
Yeah, that's-
you know what's a
that's a
good
good idea.
practice
I
for
could start.
coming up with an idea is, if you don't have an idea, writing.
Yeah.
Writing your thoughts out.
Yeah, writing
But,
your thoughts out. You'll be
Like,
surprised what
trying
comes
to come
out.
up with an idea. Not just
I'm not
sitting
gonna
there.
Write. I'm gonna write.
Yes, bro. I in my adventure of reducing my screen time, I've been like, I used to like type out all my songs on my phone, like out of convenience. It's the fastest way. But I've been writing, and it's therapeutic, bro. I'm telling you, it's
100%.
like,
To
gotta
touch on
do
that,
it.
I know that stuff will help me a lot for sure, and that is one of the missing pieces. But it's all comes, at the end of the day, it comes down to like passions, right? And like even just doing this kind of shit and talking about stuff and being around people and like,
bro. I think you like writing. Cap.
and you know what
I think
like
you
to-
would
you
be
know what I like
passionate
to
about
do
it if you really tried.
is be around people and like when I'm talking and I can see that they're engaged and what I'm saying is captivating, I get energy from that kind of stuff, and it's just making me think. Like I feel like I'd want to do some like motivational type of shit, just anything, just because
I think
it
the
feels
gateway
good. Yeah,
to that, I think do it. I think the
Yeah.
main point is, like, I think you're right. Do it. Figure out a way. I think
Yeah.
sometimes the hard thing is the gateway. I still think writing would be a good gateway. Like,
yeah.
how you write is how you talk.
Mhm.
Like it is the same thing. And when you can't talk to anyone, the second best thing that you can do is write.
Yeah.
And if you're saying, like, this is what I like to do, but I don't have anyone to do it with, then like that's your next best option. But it's
Mhm.
also, there's also ways that you could like try to implement that practice to occur more in your life.
Yeah.
Like places that you could put yourself,
100%.
or tasks or activities that you can start training or working at or learning about, so that you could enter into circles where more of that takes place, or
Yeah.
even where you're seen as a figure that people can go to for that thing. So it, like, you know what I mean? Like, example of, like, there's some guy that has a podcast and he talks about the shit that you like talking about on a podcast. It's like he's cultivated an environment where it's his job to do the thing that you like to do. You could do that. You know what I mean? Like,
that makes sense.
not in that form, you know what I'm saying? Not like it doesn't have to be starting a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
more about the finding the thing.
Yeah, it's true. I definitely got to.
I mean, you are right now. You know what I mean? Like this, I really enjoy this shit, and you know that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I think
But yeah, I was in Costa Rica juggling with it, where I'm kind of like, there was just what?
it's just lit.
Huh?
That in Costa Rica, this is funny.
Yeah, I was. There would be days where like my own thoughts would just bring me down, and yeah, I just kind of had to find the strength where I'm like, I always have to remember I got to be happy and positive and light and be funny, and just like have fun and like not be so serious.
What do you think it was?
Me, it's just like, I don't know. It's let me think about it for a moment. I don't know. It's also we were like doing the same shit all the time. I feel
Oh,
like,
you
yeah.
also the lack of productivity.
Yeah,
That's what you're
it's-
saying.
My mind that's where it was coming from. And then
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm an adventurous person, and we've had a lot of adventures there. But I just feel like I just want to be on the go, on the move, just doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was
More
great
adversity.
and very peaceful and lots of zen there. And then there would be days where like I knew this guy, and like one time we were playing a game, like throwing some sort of frisbee, and as soon as I started doing that, I fucking was activated, and I'm just like I locked in on
Okay,
something.
so
And that's just a small example. I was like, I'm doing something, I'm using my body, and
Was part of it also social as well, like engaging with another human being?
yeah, and that's good. But it's just like
it was more so the activity.
Sports, activity, just doing
Having
stuff.
doing something. I
Doing
totally
stuff
agree.
is lit.
We're gonna do stuff soon. Pause.
100%.
Lots of stuff.
We're gonna pickle out, dude. I'm so excited, bro.
I'm
You have
so
no
sore.
idea. So,
Yeah,
look,
no.
tomorrow I have to pick up Emily from the airport.
Mhm.
Are you working tomorrow and not going to
Yeah.
the gym until later, like a cock?
What time are you picking her up?
I think her flight gets in at like 4:30.
Yeah, it might be tough because that's like when I would go to the gym.
I mean, I for sure like I'll go with you on what's tomorrow, Monday, like Tuesday, and I'll bring her with me. I'll try to
On
if I can
Tuesday?
get a ride. Yeah.
How would you bring her in?
Well, if I'm with you, she could be your guest.
And you're a member.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she could be my guest. That's fine. Does she work out?
Yeah, she's like a dancer, so she's
Oh.
I was like strength training with her when I went over there because she had a gym in her apartment, so I was bringing her in, like making her do curls.
That's fire.
But she
My
might
girl's
just do
a
her
gym
own
girl
thing, huh?
My girl's a gym girl now. She's got gains this year. Crazy. Genetics.
So, but I don't know if it's a good idea to like get her off the plane tomorrow and be like, let's go to the gym.
No.
You know what I mean?
You
Give her
gotta-
one
and
night.
you're gonna be